Now on BBC One, a special edition of News Afternoon, which includes the final countdown and launch of the Space Shuttle.
The American Space Shuttle loaded and ready on the launch pad in Cape Canaveral, where it's due for blast-off in less than 40 minutes' time at 12:30. Good morning. In this special edition of News Afternoon, we'll be going to Cape Canaveral to join Martin Bell, who's watching the countdown of the Space Shuttle Columbia. We'll also be taking you through the details of this mission and looking at just where we've got to in the space race. The Russians have announced this morning that they've fired off another unmanned satellite to Venus. We'll be taking a look at where they've got to in the space with some fascinating film that they have just released.
And as you may have seen, the Prince and Princess of Wales accompanied the Queen at the state opening of Parliament. And the Queen's speech confirmed that the government's to introduce a new bill on labour relations. BL is back at work. I'll be giving the details of these and other stories after the shuttle has lifted off, soon after 12:30.
So in just over 35 minutes, the shuttle should be off on its second space mission. The craft that goes up like a rocket and comes down like a plane is ready and waiting on the launch pad in Florida. Inside are the two astronauts, Engel and Truly. And to the side of them is a fuel tank containing 526,000 gallons of liquid hydrogen and oxygen. Now this will be the second of 4 proving flights. The maiden flight was last April. Well, at Cape Canaveral, the countdown is being monitored by Martin Bell, and we won't be able to see him actually, but hopefully we will be able to hear him, and we will in time be getting a ringside seat for the blast-off. Martin, how are things going at the launch control?
I have to say they're not going too well at all at the moment, and the launch of the world's first second-hand spacecraft is coming to look very much in doubt. That's nothing to do with the countdown, which has been as smooth as anyone at the Cape can remember. It is everything to do with the weather.
And now the main points of this morning's news again with subtitles. The world's first second-hand spacecraft has not been launched from Cape Canaveral this morning because of a technical hitch and bad weather. Less than 10 minutes before launch, the mission was in doubt because of the weather, and the countdown was delayed 20 minutes past the original launch time. It'll now be at least another hour before launch. The space mission of Joe Engel and Richard Truly was to have lasted until next Monday. The Queen has opened the third session of the present Parliament. Her speech, read from the throne outlining the government's proposed legislation, had no major surprises. Bills are promised to restrict further the powers of the trade unions. There's more sale of public assets, like the British National Oil Corporation, and a bill to control rate increases. There was tight security as the Queen and other members of the royal family made their way to Parliament. Police asked the public to be vigilant following recent bomb attacks. Production at all British Leyland factories has been getting back to normal after yesterday's decision by a majority of the workforce to call off the strike. Workers at the Cowley plant in Oxford this morning voted at a mass meeting to go back to work despite their decision yesterday to remain on strike. And that's the news so far today. With America's space shuttle still firmly on the ground at Cape Canaveral, the already delayed countdown has stopped 10 minutes ago with only 31 seconds left on the clock. The countdown has now been set back again, and the NASA controllers are holding for the time being. If and when the history-making flight gets underway, we'll be back at Cape Canaveral and keeping you in touch with all developments in our later programmes. But from Richard Whitmore and myself, that's the News Afternoon.
And viewers with CFAX can keep in touch with the latest developments in the Space Shuttle mission by calling up page 191. This is BBC One.